What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Tech Tuesday. On this second segment, we're going to be talking about YouTube tips as well as tech needed to create really good YouTube videos. You're not going to be hearing from me. This time, you're going to be hearing from Dr. Afib. He was a previous guest on episode 82, as well as on a recent 5-Minute Friday. And he's going to be sharing all of the tech that he's using, as well as some of the troubleshooting that he had to do to get a perfect green screen for his videos. So he's going to share about the green screen that he uses, as well as the software and even the camera that he is using. I think you should definitely share this with other people, particularly those who are interested in creating YouTube videos or any other type of video for social media. This is going to be a good one. Let me know your feedback. And without further ado, I present Dr. Afib with his tips on tech on YouTube. So Dr. Percy, on the subject of creating your own videos, you even mentioned having a green screen in your background. Can you take us through the process or even some of the tools that you use to make your videos and then, how you get them up on your web, please?
Yeah, sure. So I started off my first probably about 5 or 6 videos. I didn't really use any green screen. My camera I got was a Canon 1080 HD camera, kind of came with a kit. It was about $250. It came with like a tripod and a little accessory kit to it. It was a kind of a middle range camera. Since I'm not a professional movie maker, I didn't really think it was necessary to have the ultra 4K, super high def, type of camera. This 1080 HD camera has been more than sufficient for what I need. And so I did my first 5 or 6 videos there, kind of plain black background in my house, and started thinking, how do I kind of make this better or make it look more professional? Obviously at the beginning, the most people who saw were people that I knew, people at work, and all that. And I would get feedback from them, people would say like, hey, I like your house. I like your candles you have in your house,
Gotcha.
That's where I'm like, okay, I need to do something a little bit different here. I want to make it look a little more professional, the video, because I am hopefully going to be trying to turn Dr. Afib into a business, And talking about atrial fibrillation, there's a lot of medical topics, things that I wanted to be able to better emphasize what I'm trying to talk about with either images or, proof of the literature that I'm talking about. I'll put a snapshot of the trial, whatever I might be talking about, like behind me, so people can say, oh, I'm not just making up this data out of thin air. There's actually proof behind it, and I kind of flash it behind me while I'm talking about it. So there were a few reasons why I wanted to go ahead and do a green screen. And in addition, I often kind of think, well, when you talk about things like procedures and stuff like that, images help. And I obviously don't want to recording in the hospital or anything like that, because obviously I would never record with anything that involves any type of patient privacy, but then also don't want to need to get permission from the hospital in order to record in the hospital as well. So that's yet another reason to use a green screen to do educational things, but then also you could be anywhere. I'm at home recording the video, but you can make it seem like you're in any type of, there are stock videos of cath lab or operating rooms, and you can kind of make this, explain to people what's going on with still being at home. So I decided a while ago to go ahead and start using a green screen, and I ended up getting a whole kind of green screen kit that got it off of Amazon. It was only about $50. It came with like a whole portable stand, where you can actually hang the green screen from it. I wanted something that was kind of portable, that you can assemble it and then disassemble it when you're done, because I don't really have a spot in my house to just keep a studio up all the time. My kids will probably destroy it if they sign up.
They'll be hanging from it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like a frame that you put up and then you hang the green screen from it. And my first couple of green screen videos were pretty rough, and it was very dark and it was very hard to make it look professional. And of course, I'd look up on YouTube and then people like, oh, how to make a green screen videos. And these people would make it seem like it is so easy to make a green screen video. They were just like, okay, you just film your video and snap your finger and put whatever you want behind you, And I'm like, why is it so much more difficult for me? Why is it so much more complicated for me? And it took a few steps to evolve, how to learn how to make it. And I realized that a lot of these video editing softwares, to kind of remove the green behind it, you have to have a very nice uniform green, even just different shades of green, and it'll affect the software's ability to take it nice out and make it clean. So actually the first green screen that I had that came with the kit was actually kind of very thin, and you could actually see kind of stuff behind me a little bit, Okay. And so I ended up getting a thicker green screen so that you couldn't see anything behind me at all. And that certainly made some improvement, but it's still not making a good quality. And I had some digital marketers, but the ones that I used at that time, I was like, hey, just what's wrong here? Why is this so much more complicated for me? People make it seem like it's so easy on YouTube. And so then I realized it's actually the lighting. The lighting made a huge difference in terms of making a nice, crisp, clean, green screen video. And I tried a couple of different lightings, but I ended up getting these kind of spotlights where there's two of them, one on each side. And so it's kind of shining on me from different angles. And it really took away all the shadows and make it a nice, smooth, clean green just throughout the whole green screen. And once I started doing that, I'm like, okay, that made a huge difference to make a very clean looking green screen video.
So once you're standing in front of the green screen, you then go to your computer to use video editing software to project a video actually on that green screen.
Yes, exactly. Well, you can do videos or just, a lot of times it's just a regular plain picture behind me that has my logo behind it of Dr. Afib. So that's what I use most of the time. And if I'm talking about a specific topic, I can always put either a video behind me or an image behind me. Or like I said, if I'm talking about an actual clinical trial, I'll put like a snapshot of the abstract of the trial behind me so that people know that I'm actually have some data behind what I'm talking about.
What software are you using?
So I started off using iMovie. I'm a Mac person, and it was free. It's right on there. And it's actually a very good software.
Oh, it's real powerful. Very powerful.
It's really good. And it's very easy to use, easy to understand, and easy to learn how to use it. And especially somebody who's first starting off, and especially if you're a Mac user, I think it's an excellent software to use. And it's very well rated. But for me, as I started getting a little more complicated making my movies, I decided I wanted to try something different. With iMovie, like let's say if you just have a green screen and you want to put a background behind, it's actually pretty simple to do. But if you want to take away, add a green screen background and put an image behind you, then switch to something else and then switch back to something else, it can make it a lot of extra steps to do that. And so that's why I wanted to look at other types of software to do that. And I tested around a few different ones. I tried Adobe Premiere, which is way too complicated, and I'm like, why do you have to have all these extra steps to do something simple? But then I ended up settling on Camtasia. And Camtasia is actually one that I've been using for probably about 6 months now. It's kind of like very similar to iMovie in terms of very simple to understand the steps you need to do, but you can do a lot of extra steps together and it makes it kind of pretty simple to do.
Hey guys, if you really enjoyed this episode, there's plenty more coming. Make sure you hit your subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. And also at the same time, leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think about this segment. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.